All right, here with reaction, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Why do I suspect you wish you were running against Jasmine Crockett? I have deep, beliefs that you do. Wish that.
Well, look, I got to say, Sean, I don't know Jasmine Crockett. I've never met her, but I think she is the face of the Democrat Party, and I welcome her to this race. You know, it says something about where today's Democrats are, that the fellow I did run against, Colin Allred, had to drop out of the Democrat primary the instant Jasmine Crockett jumped in, because in their party, they want crazy, and they want more and more crazy. And it reminds me of the old SNL skit with Christopher Walken, where he kept saying, more cowbell, more cowbell. The Democrats are more crazy, more crazy. And I got a suggestion, Sean. I actually think Jasmine Crockett and Kamala Harris and AOC and Mamdani ought to go on a national tour. I'm going to tell Jasmine, don't just campaign in Texas. We need you in every swing state across the country. In the midterms, we need you to deliver and keep a Republican House and Republican Senate. So please travel the country.
Okay, it was interesting because a Daily Beast article, and it was followed up by one of the British papers today, put out there that Republicans did a poll and published it on purpose to entice her to get into the race because they want her to run. Now, if the face of the Democrats is Mamdani, AOC, Squad, Jasmine Crockett, and Bernie, what does that mean for Republicans in 26, also assuming the economy turns around?
Look, the Democrat Party keeps getting more and more extreme, and they are united by their hatred for Donald J. Trump. And so she is an expression of where the Democrat Party is. But the good news is Texas is not Manhattan. There is a big difference between the two. And look, I got to say that the clip you just played where she said that every Hispanic in Texas who voted for Donald Trump has a slave mentality. Well, I'll tell you, I happily voted for President Trump. And if she thinks I have a slave mentality, then she doesn't understand Hispanics in Texas. Because I'll tell you, in 2024, Donald Trump carried a majority of Hispanics in Texas. In 2024, I carried a majority of Hispanics in Texas. I won Hispanics statewide by 6 points. So I got to say, Sean, it is a strange strategy for her to launch her campaign and immediately start insulting the voters. But I have a feeling we're going to see a whole lot more of that, because this is the id of the Democrat Party, screaming, angry, and extreme.
Who's going to win, Cornyn or Paxton?
I don't know. They're both friends of mine, all three. Wesley Hunt, all three of them are friends of mine. I've endorsed all in the past. I've campaigned with all in the past. And I'm going to trust the voters of Texas, because I have terrific supporters who are backing each of the three, and the voters will decide. But whoever wins the primary, they're going to beat Jasmine Crockett.
Ronald Reagan would stay out of primaries. I don't blame you at all. Senator Cruz, appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.